remember one in Indiana.
Oh yeah,
that was a rough one.
That probably been the roughest night of all of us.
But that was, you know what's funny about that?
What happened in the end?
We clinched the game.
Stop, man.
And you and Brandon Bass about to fight.
About to get
and
it
then
on.
I'm sitting there. Kevin's yelling at me, "You gonna get involved? You gonna get involved?" And I was
trying to have the coaches stay out of it. Yeah. And we was trying to resolute, and then the locker room just went up.
But I sat there and I waited. And then Ray and Rondo started getting into it.
Oh, right.
But I got to do the media. Right, so y'all don't even know this part.
That's right. I forgot.
So y'all arguing, but I got to go out and do the media. The media's outside the door. You remember I left the room?
Yeah.
I could hear you still fighting and arguing. And I walk out to the media and I said, listen to our guys.
We won this game.
Yeah, we won the game. They clinched the position.
We won the game.
About to be the worst.
We're in there fighting, and I walk out to the media and I said, listen to our guys. They're celebrating. I said, this is the most wonderful team. You know,
we about to have like 2
and they're in there fighting at the time.
We're about to get it on. It's about to be the Royal Rumble in here, real shit.
And so I actually said, I'm not gonna let y'all in right away. I'm gonna go back in and celebrate with the guys. And I had to go back in and break up the fights. And the media never found out. No one ever found out, which is great.
That's right.
And it got squashed, but those things, that's part of families. It really is, man. As a coach,
that's what you miss.
I've had some crazy.
You gotta write a book.
I'm gonna change the names.
Hello， 大家好，我是伦伦。那大家刚刚看到的片段是河流教练 Doc Rivers 前几天上 KG 跟 Paul Pierce 的节目谈2008塞尔提克冠军队。老实说，这个片段有点标题党的嫌疑哦。它的标题下的是塞尔提克4巨头更衣室打架的内幕。那这个影片呢长8分钟，但是实际聊到那天的比赛只有刚刚的1分半钟。大部分时间他们都在聊在一起的开心时光。那开心时光的影片后面我会补上，这里我先补充一下他们提的这场更衣室大乱斗。那这里他们在讨论的比赛发生于2012年4月7号，不过因为他们其实没有谈很多，我就特别去找了 Ray Allen 的自传来补充说明，就是这本。这本好像台湾是没有出中文译本的，我查了一下，那反正我看的是英文的。那根据 Ray 的说法，他跟 Rondo 当时已经不合很久了。那 Ray 也跟河流教练说过很多次，他跟 Rondo 已经没有办法在一起再打球了。那因为两个人严重的不合，在季中 Ray 曾经被交易到灰熊换，后来又来台湾打球的 OJ Mail， 不过后来其中一方反悔了，那交易就没有成型。那 Ray 说他跟 Rondo 的不合是他之后选择加入热火最重要的原因。那之前呢，已经就是从 Ray 的自传，从他的角度描述他在塞尔提克最后时期跟 Rondo 的牛肉还有内幕，这里我们就不多说了。那感兴趣的朋友可以在连结处点进去看这支影片。今天呢，主要我们是补充当天在六马主场发生了什么事。那接下来我就引用 Ray 书中的内容。首先是关于 Pierce 跟 Bass 当天的争吵 ，Ray 是这样说的：当天 Pierce 跟 Bass 吵了一整场，我不记得他们是为什么而吵，但 Pierce 一直用说教的态度跟 Bass 说话，好像他不是个男人，而只是个小男孩一样。用尊重我的态度跟我说话 ，Bass 不断这样说。比赛后我进更衣室的时候，他们还在吵，看起来好像要打架了。这时候 Doc 说：“你们忘了乌班图吗？”那乌班图是一个非洲班图语，意思是我和他人紧紧相密，密不可分，我们都在同一种生活之中。总之呢，就是一个提倡团体和谐、紧密一心，大家都在同一条船上的一种精神。那 Doc 他执教时期也常常拿出来，提升团队精神。Rondo 说：“今年一整年我们都没有乌班图精神。”你怎么会这样说呢 ？Doc 说 ：“Rondo 之后提到了我的名字，说我怎样怎样。本来我正在冰敷脚，不想卷入是非，但看起来今天这场我是逃不了的。你他妈的在说什么？”我说：“你嫉妒我。”Rondo 说：“嫉妒你？我干嘛要嫉妒你？你不要再整天搞那些鸟事，看心情打球，每一场都要全力打。”我们两个开始对对方吼叫。接着 Rondo 开始摆出一副他不只是控卫还是 GM 的样子。今年夏天你就要给我滚蛋，不用你出手，我不会留下来的。那一年是 Ray 的合约年，隔年也如他所说，他离开了塞尔提克加入热火。我们只吵到这样就停了。下一段发生在回波士顿的飞机上，我离开了座位去找 Rondo， 他刚跟 Doc 聊了一阵子。我当时还觉得我跟 Rondo 两个成年人可以好好解决这件事，还剩3个礼拜就季后赛了。 我们必须好好解决这件事。你为什么觉得我嫉妒你？我问他。我没事了。什么叫我没事了？我问他。我只要再跟你打11场球就结束了。我们聊再多也没意义了。我跟 Ronald 之间的问题是不可能解决得了的。那以上就是瑞书中关于当天这件事所描述的哦。其实我觉得有打球的人就知道，任何球队都会有不和跟内讧的时候。一支球队10几个球员，10几种个性，本来就不可能所有人都相处融洽。而且要打到 NBA 或者是成为任何行业的精英，一般都是个性比较强势的人才容易成功。那当然，他们彼此之间就更容易起冲突。不过不管怎么样，这些都是过去的往事了。而且瑞在去年也出席了 KG 的球衣退休仪式，看起来一群人像是终于放下了当年的恩怨。这个作为球迷当然也是我们所乐见的。好，那讨论完了牛肉，接下来我们来听听三人谈在塞尔提克比较开心一点的时刻。
And let's say one time out, end of the game, I went to Paul. One time I go to Ray. One time, what would y'all think when it wasn't y'all?
So let me say this, real shit. Let me go first.
Go ahead.
At no point did we ever envy who shot it, because we had the belief in all three of us. As long as it was all three of us, real shit. I'll probably Pose, because Pose been there, right?
Yeah.
But we felt the responsibility to take the big shots and make the big decisions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if it came from P, and you had to be ready. If it came from me, Ray, and that's how I can honestly say we never talked about having any issues with whoever shot.
I did. I remember Doc drew up a play one time, and I had no involvement in it. And, I done made some game winners, but he drew up the right play. I remember it was in Philly. I'll never forget it. He drew up a play for a lot for you.
Yeah, to win the game. Yeah, I remember this. Yes.
Rondo, and I wasn't. If I was like over here
in the corner,
and I was just like, damn, I'm not even in the play, but it worked.
No fouls to give. Barnett for the lead. 1.4 to play. Boston on top. Boston has won. Kevin Garnett's first field goal since 9.5 minutes left in the third quarter.
It was just like, but it was the most satisfaction for me just to have those teammates. When I used to see you make a game winner or the pressure wasn't on me no more.
Facts.
Like when I see Ray hit
the
like,
shot.
it was just like for me to watch that.
My favorite play with y'all, well, there's a couple of them. One was a lob for Rondo against Miami.
That was beautiful.
One was we ran I was at an AU game.
Doc made me the out of bounds man that day. I'm like, how am I taking out the
I'm at an AU game.
In Miami.
In Miami.
For the Rondo.
I'm taking the ball
out.
I can make free throws down the stretch. I can make a shot, but I'm taking the ball out.
You remember the timeout I said, Paul, can you make this pass? You're like, I can make the pass. But you were thinking, I need the ball.
Right.
We also ran against Cleveland playoff game. I was at an AU game. And I think it was Austin's or Jeremiah's team on the high school play.
I remember. You called it high school.
And then we drew it up. In practice, we ran it and it scored twice, but we got in the timeout. And you said, let's run high school.
Right.
And I was like, no. Come on, coach, let's run high school. And it's 2 times this happened. I'm telling y'all now. So I draw it up, and I remember sitting on the bench, and Tips is what we draw up. I said, it ain't going to work. We're running the high school play. I actually said it's not going to work.
Dog,
but they wanted to run it, and sometimes as a coach, you go with it. Paul gets he just walked into a layup.
I remember that.
And then the other one was we scored on the 3 with Ray against Philadelphia the year before. Mm-hmm. And you, all 4 of y'all, you, Rondo, Ray, you all said it. We're in the timeout, and I drop another play. And Rondo says, let's run the same play we ran against them last year. I said, we can't run the same play that we ran against the team last year. It's not going to work. And all y'all, it's going to work.
It's going to work.
And that was the only other time I came to the timeout. And that time Sam remembered, because Sam might have been coaching my. I was literally like, I walked to the huddle and Tips. I said, man, this is the dumbest thing I've ever done as a coach. He said, what do you mean? I said, we're running the same play. It's not going to work.
And it worked.
And Ray was when he was so wide open, and it's funny how the real story, the media, they think y'all are celebrating, but y'all pointing at me. We told you. We told you. And y'all was so happy to be right.
We so happy that shit worked.
Because
if it didn't work, man.
That's the beauty, just like with Doc, because we can go into the timeout and he'll listen to the players.
Yes.
And I think I think that's an involvement of a coach.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, the coach gonna do everything, but when he listened to us sometimes, that's what made the
But that was trust,
so
though.
great.
That was great to coach.
I used to love when you actually gave us a chance. We would come, and Doc would sit right here, and he wouldn't even say nothing. And all 5 of us would be in the uproar. We'd be arguing, conversating, whatever.
Y'all done?
And then he'd be like,
"Y'all done?
Okay, y'all finished?
Y'all done?
Okay, cool. This is what we're doing."
And
that was, to me, that was the icing on the cake, because we had to be able to interact and deal and talk to each other.
He allowed that.
He allowed us to be us. We didn't have to be someone else. And every guy in this was himself. I didn't feel like I was getting another form of TA. I thought that I was, or another form of baby, or another form of dough. I felt like all of us was who we are, and he allowed you to be yourself.
Yeah,